So we have 3 new videos dropped by Studio Wildcard, which is the 10-year anniversary montage, The Lost Colony, which I'm really excited about and has quite a few new reveals, and also a little bit of the animated series trailer for the next season. So let's start with the big one first, being The Lost Colony. A quick description about The Lost Colony is basically The Lost Colony dives into the frozen realm of ARK Prime, which is the main location of the ARK universe, or the birthplace of the ARKs. And the story is mainly going to follow Mei-Yin, who is on the quest to search the secrets of the ARK's past. Now, this expansion's main focus is going to bridge the gap between Extinction and Genesis, and it's later on going to set the main stage or the main event for ARK 2. And with that out of the way, let's get on to breaking down the trailer that we got, or the preview that we got for The Lost Colony. So first up, we have Helena. Now, why do I bring up Helena is because this Helena which they've showed is not from the one that is going to be in Lost Colony. I strongly believe this is from a clip from ARK 2. Basically, the voice here, it kind of reminds me of Mika, or the one done by Carvalho. I will butcher her name, but basically the Moana actress who did the voiceover has also done the voiceover in ARK 2's trailer, who is the kid with Vin Diesel. But then that begs the question, how is Helena Walker still alive, and what does the story revolve around? It's really something that has put a lot of questions in my mind, and maybe later on we'll get some answers on what exactly it is. Now, I may be totally wrong because at this point these are all speculations, but as for me, I strongly believe that this clip is from ARK 2, and there are backings for it. If you see the voices from both the trailers, which is the ARK 2 and the new Lost Colony trailer, it has a resemblance. And also the other thing to note is the details on the clip that they have shown is next gen. It's not something from UE 5.5. It's not something from a cinematic point of view from ARK Survival Ascended, because we did get the new Helena in the Extinction end credit scene, and it's nothing similar to the one we are seeing right now. This is truly next gen with the details on the hair, the teeth, the facial expressions. I truly believe this is a hint or a clip from ARK 2, but don't hold me to that because I am just speculating about the stuff that I have on hand right now. Moving on to the next one is the new NPC vampire, which we have shown here. It's most likely going to be a genetically modified human, probably with something to do with Desmodus, and they are being done that way so that they can survive the extreme cold and the dark nature of things. Basically, to do well with that is make you a genetically modified human with Desmodus, which is quite similar to the anatomic state of a human, I guess, but I may be wrong here. It seems like there is experimentations going on, and we have these factions that are created which are using element to mix with creatures and convert into something entirely new. And in Helena's ending closing statement, she says that they are things of nightmares. So maybe more different mutated creatures that are inclined to nocturnal, maybe a werewolf or something like that. I'm just speculating, but those may be the cases. What do you think? Do comment it down below. So this is something that Rockwell is probably experimenting there. If he's alive and kicking, most likely he is, and that's how he gets to Genesis later on. And next up, we have the new weapon in the trailer, which is something similar to a tribunal staff, but I think it's gonna be a tech spear or something different. It is again gonna be tech scraps fused with elements or something entirely different. Maybe element is still available in ARK Prime, which we can use and make new weapons. Also, we have different types of weapons. We will be getting to that in a bit. Now, this does seem to be a powerful weapon and maybe an end game kind of a stuff in the Lost Colony, or maybe you have to do certain missions to get parts of these and then you have to craft it. Because after seeing all of these, I do believe that this is going to be somewhat of a story driven map and not entirely a kind of a sandbox survival map. But again, these are all speculations because we don't have much to go on about it. And finally, we have the screenshot towards the full-blown civilization. This is gonna be an entire city. There's gonna be a castle right in the middle, probably where the main boss is, or probably where Rockwell is and plotting his whole world domination scene. Maybe there's a different end boss entirely, who knows. but it is something crazy to look at. It looks like they have watchtowers beaming light, so maybe we have to explore the cities. We can go in with the stealth approach, maybe go in with a whole tribe and take down these cities, and maybe having like a capture faction kind of a scene. It can be different. There is a lot of theories going on the internet about Lost Colony, but as per everything we have learned, it may be a scenario where there are factions and the factions are fighting over each other, and we are here just gonna help out the heroes to not let the past happen again. And that's basically what this whole thing is going to be about. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's quickly go through the notes that we have, because we do have some notes in the Steam page. So here we go. Confront the demons of ARK Prime, birthplace of the ARKs, in ASA's first massive canonical expansion pack. ARK Lost Colony, starring Michelle Yeoh as Mei Yin, and cinematic anime sequences by legendary Japanese studio MAPPA. By the way, if you don't know, this is the studio that animated Attack on Titan. The epic new story of ARK Lost Colony bridges the gap between ARK Extinction to ARK Genesis and into the world of ARK 2. As you follow in Mei Yin's footsteps through an intense journey into the heart of darkness, you'll unlock powerful lost character ability trees, befriend exotic tames craft, curse tiers of gear, and master advanced new building systems. But beware, the frozen wastes of ARK Prime are not devoid of intelligent life. On the contrary, the city has become a war-torn battleground between twisted, element-powered faction seeking to undo what was accomplished at the end of ARK Extinction. Together with a generation of heroes, you'll unite the past and the future of ARK. Now with this, we can come up with two main theories, but before that, let's just break this down. So we have a few things that may be in play here. This may be the test phase for ARK 2's mechanics, because we have ability tree, which is also mentioned in the ARK 2 summary if you check the ARK 2 page, and cursed tiers of gear is gonna be something related to maybe some new resources or new kind of elemental resources that we may find on ARK Prime, which might not have been on ARK. That is the way the ARKs probably were that advanced. So there is a lot of things that we still don't know, and there is going to be new building systems as well, so we'll have to see how this ties in with the Lost Colony once it is out. It's going to release somewhere in November or December 2025. It's going to be a little bit of a wait, but I think it's going to be worth it. Now here is the version of my theory, okay? Now this is all speculation at this point, but this map is going to take place on ARK Prime. We all know that with all the news that we have here. But after the seeding of the whole extinction, the area starts thawing out, and Rockwell has made his way to its Earth and is likely plotting his next move for world domination. In the end, we end up defeating Rockwell, forcing him to retreat or to escape, and in this desperate event, he uses some kind of a teleportation to get onto the colony ship and set into Genesis. That's my first take. The other take is this is maybe probably before the seeding, but as we read the whole Steam thing, this is most likely after, but this can be a prior to the seeding story, where this is taking place on the other side of the world, or the other side on the darker end of the Earth, where it is iced up and people are barely surviving, and these factions are fighting against each other to survive, and there's a small few factions left that are actually working on the colony ship so that they can escape from this frozen wasteland. And that way we get into Genesis as well, because then in the expansion story, maybe we have to help these heroes or the NPCs as it is mentioned on the Steam page, and in that process Rockwell kind of sticks himself on the ship when we all are escaping. That could be the second theory, but most likely it's going to be the first one. But that's pretty much it about the Lost Colony. We also have a little bit of a dive in on the animated series, a small little trailer where the prophet is talking about the circle of life and all that mumbo jumbo. It is a small little trailer. You can go ahead and watch it. I'm going to put all the links down in the description, and most likely this is going to release in June 2025 with the 10-year anniversary. It's not yet 10-year anniversary, as the 10-year anniversary is going to be in June. And finally, we got the 10-year montage of the whole development of ARK Survival Evolved, the different kind of spin-offs that we have, the Pixel Arc, the Arc Zoo, and then coming into Arc Ascended and all that tying up. They have made a beautiful montage. It takes you down memory lane and gives you that nostalgic feeling about the previous creators like Slipgator, Zul'jin, when you used to watch them and when we used to play back in 2015, if you were playing during that era. I do want to know that. So comment down below, when did you exactly started playing Ark Survival Evolved and when did that journey begin for you? For me, it was back in 2015 when we had the raptors and dodos and a small thatch house. I think I do have the screenshot when the game launched and I have it right up here if you want to see what it exactly looked like. A few more little updates, and I'm not going to say anything negative in this video because this has been a positive day for the Ark community, but we do have some UE 5.5 update, at least a little bit of a chatter on Discord from Dolly. So 5.5, the news is going to come out soon, and I think most likely it's gonna be a delayed news. That's why they have released all this, to soften up the blow, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong and maybe it's just gonna be with a little bit of a hiccup and maybe we get it sooner. And also another news about another game being launched by Snail Games and not by Wildcard. So don't get confused, Wildcard is only going to be focused on Ark Survival Ascended and Ark 2. They are not going to be a part of the new game, which is going to be Ark Aquatica. Now, this is going to probably be a spin-off version of maybe Subnautica, or it could be a UE5 version of something similar to Atlas. We'll have to see. We'll know this by tomorrow itself. So we'll have to just leave it for tomorrow on that, but if there's anything new and that I have to talk on it, I will make a video on my theories and my opinions on that as well. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. I'm sure I did, and this just made my day after seeing all these good positive news on Ark Survival Ascended and Ark 2 at least being something that is being worked on. But yeah, with that, also signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace out.